So I want to introduce you to Amy. Amy lives in Indiana. She's in her early 50s. She's a school teacher. She's also a single mother. Amy recently went through a divorce here within the last couple of years, and coming out of the divorce, she was able to get herself a house, and she has about $850,000. Now she's working with what I would call a traditional financial advisor, and like most traditional advisors, they have her money invested very aggressively. They're telling her to invest for the long term and not to worry about market fluctuations, or there could be some value to that. But as a single mom who doesn't earn very much, she understands like this money is very important to her, because if she loses this money, it's going to be really hard for her to gain this back, especially on a teacher's salary. And when we saw that big market correction or that market dip in 2022, that really made her nervous. So she saw some of my online content, reached out to me for a meeting to see if we could do something a little bit different. And after looking at her situation, we were really excited about what we were able to do to help improve her situation by lowering her risk, increasing her income, but also having enough money left in the growth bucket, so to speak, to still grow that money for the future. With Amy, we're going to be taking a 3-bucket approach where each one of these buckets of money are going to be a little bit different, and they're designed to do different things and accomplish different goals. The first thing that we're going to do is address risk and address that fear of losing this money and not being able to get it back. So we're going to focus on her retirement income and giving her some guarantees. We're going to put $300,000 into a fixed index annuity with an income rider with an A+ rated insurance company. And that's going to give her a guaranteed lifetime income of $39,690 per year for the rest of her life, starting at age 60. Now, if you're familiar with the 4% safe withdrawal rate, this is the equivalent of having $1 million in your retirement portfolio. This $40,000 a year of income, this is pretty much going to replicate her teacher's salary. So that's a wonderful thing. Now, speaking of a teacher's salary, we know that teachers go into education because they love students, they love teaching, they love their community and want to give back. They don't do it for money. And so right now, her budget is a little bit tight with all this inflation and rising costs and rising insurance and things of that nature. So right now, Amy's feeling a little bit squeezed. Now, thankfully, about $350,000 of her assets are in a brokerage account, meaning as a non-retirement account, there's not a 10% penalty to get that money out. So we're investing this in growth and income with about 30% focus on growth and 70% focused on income. And what I mean by that are dividend paying stocks, ETFs, a multi-sector bond investment strategy, and structured bank notes. So out of the $350,000 in this portfolio, under current rates, it's going to generate about $15,000 a year of income right now to help her in her budget right now. And that's without spending any of the principal. Now, a little bit of a disclaimer, that annuity income for retirement that we talked about was guaranteed. There's no market risk on that. With this growth and income portfolio that is invested in securities, so the market prices on that can fluctuate, and also the yield on the income part can fluctuate as well. But for Amy's purposes, this is going to be really helpful to draw off some income right now to help sustain and support her standard of living. With our safety and guaranteed income covered for retirement, with a growth and income portfolio helping her right now, we can then take the final $200,000 and turn that for growth throughout retirement and beyond. So let's check out what that looks like. So this third bucket of money is going to be the growth portfolio. We're going to invest this in our STAR model aggressive. So this is $200,000 left in the IRA, and we can continue to be aggressive with this money throughout the course of her retirement. And the reason why is she has the guaranteed income from the annuity. She has a more moderate allocation within her dividend paying portfolio. So with this money, this has a very long time horizon. It's likely that she's not going to need to tap into this money for at least 15 years. 9 years from now, she'll turn on the annuity. A couple years after that, she'll be Social Security eligible, so she'll be able to turn on her Social Security benefits and offset some inflation that way. And then finally, when we get toward her mid to late 60s, that's when we might have to start tapping into this bucket of money. And at that point in time, we should have been able to get really great growth over time, even with some of the market fluctuations that are going to happen. And then when it comes time to take the income, that's where we can take this bucket of money and start getting a little bit more conservative with it and prepare for the distributions. After implementing this plan and putting it into place, Amy is so much happier, much more peace of mind on her financial outlook, both now and in the future. I thank you guys for hanging in there with me. This was a longer video as I wanted to go a little bit more in depth with what we're able to do to help clients. I have clients all across the country, clients in 47 states, even some of the territories like the Virgin Islands. I'm very happy to help you out if you'd like some of this assistance. All you need to do is just comment down below asking me to reach out to you, or you could always send me a direct message as well. Thanks for tuning in.